This is actually one of the most beautiful foundation finishes I've ever seen, but Happy New Year, my beautiful glam fam. It is 2023 and we are kicking off the year with a brand new foundation from Makeup by Mario. This is the SurrealSkin Foundation. We're gonna test this out, do a wear test. I have some thoughts on this, so stay tuned for that. I'm Kristi. If you're new here, I'd love for you to hit that subscribe button and click the post notification bell. Join us, we're here every Friday and Sunday, and we just love for you to become part of our family. And without further ado, let's get started. I already did my skincare prep, so as you can tell, I have my dermatology eye patches on. I like to leave them on for about a good 15 minutes and you'll just see how incredibly hydrating these are. I did use my Ole Henriksen Strength Trainer Peptide Boost Moisturizer. I really love this stuff, you guys. It's pretty incredible. If you're new here, I talked about this a little bit last year at the very end. It's a really beautiful moisturizer under makeup. You can almost just use this as a primer and not have to use anything else, especially during the winter months. It's pretty incredible. So these dermatology eye masks usually run around $35 with my code Kristi20 at checkout. I talked about it on my last video when I did the I'm Cold makeup tutorial for over 40 ladies. So you can check out. I went more into depth because I also used my hydration booster. This is the 10 times dermatology hydration booster, and I mix that in with my moisturizers and it just makes everything so incredible. So this foundation does run $42. It's about $1.40 per mil because you're getting 1 ounce and 30 mils of product. I have a couple issues with this foundation, and I'll get into that in just a second, but let's just quickly go over those details and then we'll jump into the application process. Time stamps are on the time bar below. But this is the new SurrealSkin Liquid Foundation from Makeup by Mario. I did go with 8 Neutral, which is a light medium with neutral undertones. I have quite a bit of swatches because I went into the store, Sephora, when it launched, and I actually swatched all of them to make sure this was the perfect match for me. So I'll show you what 8N looks like on its own, just the up close shots. If you're new here, I always film in natural daylight on my iPhone when I do the product shots. But this is a foundation that runs very yellow, warm undertone-ish. Like, I just felt like a lot of the shades were very yellow side, in my opinion. Go in store, see, hopefully maybe these swatches will help you, but always remember too, these swatches are on my arm, under my, on my undertones. So keep that in mind. It may not exactly be what you are. So just always keep that in mind as well. So let's take a look at those shades right there. So I have 5N, which is actually probably one of the best matches. I think it oxidized a little bit, not a lot, but that's normal. Whenever you mix, it's just science. Whenever you mix a foundation with your natural oils, it's going to oxidize a little bit, just a bit. Some do a lot more than others, and I don't think this one oxidized as much as other ones. And then we have 6W, which was, ooh, you guys, that was pretty orange on my skin tone, as you can tell. It just would not have matched. And then 8N was my other, probably the best match. Now my arm is very pale in that picture outside. So when you look at 8N there, you're like, oh wow, that looks a little too dark. Actually 5N ended up being even a little bit better. And then 11N was, I got a sample of that one, but it's way too olive. I'm actually more peach than I even realized. Peachy pink, neutral undertone than I realized. And then 9W was way too dark, definitely had more beige, yellow, warm undertones. 120 is like an olive undertone. Definitely not my match. And then 15 neutral, obviously way too dark for my skin tone. But I wanted to get you guys a pretty good spectrum there, as many swatches as I could without them going, why are you doing this in our store? But I do really like the texture of it. I felt like it was that perfect texture where it's not too runny, it's not too thick, and I do really very much appreciate that. The foundation reveals skin's natural luminosity. It features moisture grip technology and hydrates the skin and glides for easily customizable coverage. Layer it on or sheer it out. The buildable formula works harmoniously with powders or creams while staying true to its original color. The highlighted ingredients are grapeseed oil and vegetal squalene. They provide restoring, moisturizing benefits, perfecting powders that works with skin's natural texture for a smoother and enhanced finish. Now let's take a look at those ingredients. Whew, you guys, I don't know. I am just kind of like frustrated. So I highlighted the 2 ingredients that concern me for someone like me who is acne prone, who has ultra sensitive skin and has really been affected by coconut oil. As you can tell, coconut alkalines is the 3rd ingredient, aka coconut oil. And then you've got cocoa caprate as well in there. Now we can go back and forth and argue whether or not coconut oil, caprylic triglyceride, or any coconut alkalines is comedogenic or not. There are many studies on this. The article I really enjoyed reading was an article I will link below, and it really highlights why this has a comedogenic rating of 5, coconut oil. Now, the articles you will see, well, they'll say, caprylic triglyceride is non-comedogenic. Our articles, a lot of the times, the ones I have read, are sponsored by a brand, and you can pay a dermatologist to say anything. I am gonna trust my dermatologist who told me to stay away from it, who told me it was comedogenic of 5. I'm gonna believe her over an article sponsored by a dermatologist paid under the brand, because she has no skin in the game. Like she's just telling me what I need to do to change my skin. Ever since I stopped using coconut oil, caprylic triglycerides, coconut alkalines, NARS, the new one last year that was like hugely popular by a lot of beauty YouTubers and TikTok and everything, that had coconut alkalines, I think, as the 1st or 2nd ingredient. So if you're out over there breaking out, wondering, why am I using this foundation? I'm still breaking out. Check your ingredients. The mass public is not checking their ingredients. They are just kind of looking at it going, okay, this is good. I love it. It has natural this description says acne prone skin can use it. The brand owner said it's great for people with that can cover up acne and stuff like that. Nobody is really looking into the ingredients and looking at it, and that's what I'm doing. I have yet to hear on the NARS foundation that was so big last year, I have yet to hear any of those influencers say, just be mindful, there's coconut oil as the 1st or 2nd ingredient in here, whatever the case is. Be mindful of that because it can potentially break somebody out. I have yet to hear one beauty influencer say that besides myself. So, and maybe if you do know one, maybe I just haven't seen that particular one. But that frustrates me because as a beauty community, we should be way more aware of that. Not everybody's affected by coconut oil. You can have acne prone skin and you're like, no, coconut oil is great for my skin. Great, rock it, do what works for you. I am just telling you what's worked for me. Again, let's take a look at my skin from last year, 6-7 months ago to where it is now. That's without using any type of coconut oil in any of my products and using my dermatology skincare must-haves. That's the difference right there. Proof is in the pudding. So if you are affected by any of your foundations and you were not aware of coconut alkalines and what they can do, try it out, see if it works for you. But I'm not going to take away from the fact that this is an incredible creation by Mario, and he's really poured his heart and soul into this, and I'll just show you right there his quote. You can't criticize somebody that has put their heart and soul into something. I can only say this is just not going to be a foundation that I can personally use because of the coconut oil, and that's all I have to say about that. It's just frustrating to me just because I would love to use a foundation like this and keep this in my rotation, but unfortunately brands are just not realizing that when they start putting a ton of skincare ingredients into a product, it really starts to diminish how many people can use it, because not everybody has the same skin type. Not everybody can tolerate ingredients. I really wish we'd get back to the basics, narrow down that ingredient list, and really go back to the RCMA Graftopian days where it was just like 5 ingredients and still beautiful foundation. So that's all I have to say. Let's jump into the application process because I know that's what you guys want to see. So once again, I'll just show you the swatch while I am prepping up my skin. And I'm only gonna do, so I already did my moisturizer. Let me put a little bit more Smashbox Photo Finish Smooth and Blur Primer. I'm gonna do about that much. I'm just gonna rub it into my hand, warm it up into my skin a little, and just kind of go where I want smoothing. Just a little bit of where I want the smoothing action. And that's it. And I'm just gonna press that into the skin, take the remainder. I always like to put it on my hands too because I'm like, oh, it'll smooth out my old hands. All right, let's get into this. So I'm gonna pump that out for you guys. You can see in studio what that looks like. As you can tell, it's not too runny, it's not too thick, it's that perfect consistency. The feel of this is spectacular. All right, I'm just gonna do a little bit. I'm just working off that one pump. I don't think I'm gonna need more than that. Plus, I don't really wanna use more than that. And then I'll go in with the brush if I need more. I want you guys to see what it would look like with fingers. This is actually my favorite way of applying foundation now. This is a really beautiful, beautiful, smooth texture. I'm telling you guys, this probably would have been one of my top picks had the coconut oil not been in there. Okay, now I'm just gonna kind of spread the rest of what was on the back of my hand onto my face like that. And now we're gonna take a brush and I'm just gonna use my BK Beauty 101 and I'm just going to press that in here. How the coverage differs, so you're definitely getting a lot more coverage there. This is actually a perfect match, you guys. Bring that down my neck. The only reason why I bring it down my neck is because I want it to all blend the color, not because I want coverage there. Just going over it to make sure I blend everything in with my damp beauty sponge. Just pull away any excess product, and this is just one pump. I think one pump is good, you guys. I don't really think I need more than that. I think what I'll do now is maybe spot conceal and maybe build it up a little bit on the discolorization just to see how it builds. And when I mean like a little bit, I mean literally that much. I don't want a whole lot. I just want to see what it would do for building. Just out of curiosity, I'm gonna take my brush because that flat edge is just gonna give me a little bit more coverage. By pressing it into the skin, it's just gonna give you a wee bit. See, that was perfect. And I don't really wanna do more than that. I don't need a lot of foundation on my forehead or anywhere else. I do have a little spot right here because I tried out a brand new foundation from NYX Cosmetics and unfortunately it made me break out. It's a really beautiful foundation too, I'm so bummed. But yeah, it made me break out, so that's unfortunate. And I haven't broken out, you guys, knock on wood, in months. So I was really sad about that. I do want to talk really quick. This packaging is really beautiful. I love how aesthetically pleasing and simple his packaging is. From his actual cardboard box that it comes in, I like the uniqueness, like the foundation was peeking through out of there, the actual shade when it was in the box. I'll show you guys right there. It's just very minimalistic, very Makeup by Mario. Sleek, minimalistic, beautiful, because he's a really good looking man, and his packaging and everything about his brand reminds me of that. So I really like that. Even the bottle, I forgot to show you guys up close. It's just really beautiful. I just really, really love what he's done with his brand. Just making sure that everything is off the brush. All right, I am gonna go in with a concealer I have been really liking. I picked this up during the extra 20 off a sale that Sephora did. This is by Urban Decay, and this is their Naked Concealer. I know probably many of you have tried this before. This is not new. This is just new to me. And this is a really gorgeous concealer, you guys. I have been really enjoying it. And they only had one shade left at my store, but it was like 15 and then an extra 20% off. So I got a really good deal. This is 30 CP. And I've been really kind of diving into more peach undertones just to cancel out, because I'm noticing I'm getting a little bit more dark circles than I ever had in the past. And I'm like, I need to cancel that out. So I have been leaning towards more picking up more peach undertones. So I am going to use that. I love my Sephora Bright Future. You guys know that as well, but we're just gonna go with one today and just test those out. I'm going to go film the Pat McGrath Star Wars Quint. So I'm gonna do that after this video. I mean, after we get this concealer on, and I'll just go quickly now. Can we talk about how pretty that concealer is? Can we focus on that for a minute, because it's absolutely insanely beautiful. And why have I never used this concealer until it went on sale? That's what I want to know. I am going to take a little bit of my Bright Future in shade 10.5 Blondie from Sephora collection. You guys know this is like my holy grail right now. And I really love this one as foundation. I'm just going to do a little bit of that right there just to give myself just a bit more coverage. And I don't want to use more of the foundation. Look at how beautiful that concealer is. Wow, that's really pretty. It looks really good together with the Makeup by Mario foundation. So pretty. I'm gonna speed through this, but I'm going in with my one size 2R. You guys know I'm trying to use it up. I did get a new one, but yeah, you guys know how I feel about that. Makeup Forever Puff. Going in with my Charlotte Tilbury in medium 2, and I'm just gonna finish off setting down the rest of my face, and this just makes everything so beautiful. I'm so excited because Charlotte Tilbury just released the Airbrush Flawless Finish Powder refills. So I'm looking at the packaging right now, and there is no hole in this one, so I am assuming it's gonna be her new packaging. Unfortunately, this is a new one. This one does have it, so this is her new one from last year, so you can refill this one as well. I just don't use this one as much. And this is to me more of like a highlight anyways. I wouldn't use this on the rest of the face, but it gives like a nice natural glow to the skin. It is really pretty, and I love the fact that it's infused with collagen, which is really nice. So let's just go back over, make sure everything is set down, and let's take a look at my skin up close. I have to say, you guys, wow, wow, wow. This is a gorgeous foundation. Even looking up close in my Ilios mirrors designed by Mario himself, you can use my affiliate code for that mirror because it is unbelievable if you're looking for a makeup mirror. I talked about it in this video right here. I think everything else is gonna go on fine. I mean, I guess I can quickly do like just a little bit of a contour. Let's just do that just because we're here. Just using my Sephora Colorful Contour Powder in 36 First Touch, just my new favorite. You guys know that. And then I'm gonna go in with my Gucci bronzer. I picked up shade 2 with my points, and I've been really, really loving this shade. I have to say this is my favorite out of the 3 that I tried. My original video was using the number 3 tan, or not tan, medium, and then I used 4 and I did the Gucci blush video. You can check that out. I have all the swatches there of all the shades on this, but this shade 2 is chef's kiss. It's so beautiful. This bronzer is insanely gorgeous. All right, let's use, let's see which one I want to use. We're gonna use my Chikuhodo, and this is just a bronzer Chikuhodo brush. I'll put it right there because I already had it on there. Now there is a scent to this Gucci bronzer, but it fades because my shade 4 is completely gone now. So just so you guys know that. I think it was just on the first layer because this is new, it's on the first layer. But do you see how beautiful that color is? It's one of the most beautiful colors of bronzers that I have. Seriously, this is just a phenomenal bronzer. It really, truly is. And I think shade 2 is much better than shade 3, which I love. I'm just gonna put a little bit on my neck. Can we just talk about how pretty that is? And softening, oh gosh. I'm gonna go over it with my brush I was using with the Charlotte Tilbury powder. Nothing extra, just blending it all into the skin. Really beautiful. So that's how the foundation played. Gorgeous with all of the powders I put on. And that's it. So I will see you guys in my next check-in. Hey Glam Fam, I wanted to do a quick check-in, and this is just about almost 3 hours. I took a break before I start filming the next video, which is going to be an eyeshadow look. So I just wanted to give you guys a good indication of what it's looking like. I'm just up against my window in natural daylight, no lights, just on my iPhone camera. And I just want you guys to see kind of how it's wearing. It's still looking about the same to me. I don't see anything, you know, abnormal. It's looking really beautiful. Fine lines peeking through a little bit, but not cakey or anything like that. It is a really beautiful finish. So I will see you guys at the end of the night. So I decided to throw in some B-roll of how it looks, just so you guys can kind of visualize how it is going to wear without all of my studio lights. We are now at 6 hours. I filmed another video, I ate something, I did some other stuff, and I decided to just kind of wait and give it some time. This is not going to be a super long wear test because I already know how this is going to wear on my skin. And I have to tell you guys, it wears beautifully. It is a gorgeous foundation. Without a doubt, I can't even sugarcoat that. This is a beautiful foundation. Now, my ratings, take them with a grain of salt because I am going based off of my skin sensitivities and things I look for in a foundation. So although it is gorgeous, it is beautiful, this would have been a 5 out of 5. 100% of me would have recommended this had it not had coconut oil as the third ingredient. So with that said, based off of my preferences, I am actually going to give this a 3 out of 5. And I know that's pretty harsh. 60% of me would recommend it. For my ladies not sensitive to coconut oil, 100% of me would recommend it. But for my ladies that are sensitive and have acne prone enlarged pores, 60% of me would recommend this because I don't know how it's going to react with your skin. Personally, I could never use this again because I know it's going to break me out. So it's unfortunate because I love this foundation. I love it. It is really, really beautiful. It probably would have taken top spot in my foundation list had it not included 2 ingredients of coconut oil in the full ingredient list. So that's a bummer for me. I'm really sad. I'm really, really, really sad. I hope someday Makeup by Mario comes out with another foundation that doesn't include coconut oil because he killed the formulation. He really did. It's beautiful. I don't know. Maybe I'll keep playing with it and see if it affects me. I don't know. Maybe my skin, you never know. I may be able to revisit this down the road when I don't have acne prone skin and I don't have any allergies to coconut oil. But for me to play it safe, I love my Makeup Forever HD Skin just as much. And I love this one a lot. And neither of those have coconut oil in them. So for me, I just would rather play it safe. I just broke out from a NYX one that had too many dimethicones in it. So you never know. Some stuff really may affect you. Some stuff may not. Take my review and opinions with a grain of salt. See what works for you. You never know. This is a gorgeous foundation. Congratulations to the Makeup by Mario team. You guys did a fantastic job. Just please stop using coconut oil. Please, please, please. But I don't know, maybe that contributed to how beautiful it was. I don't see the luminosity glitters that I saw in the bottle. I don't see it on my skin. And it really does wear so beautifully. 6 hours, you guys, on over 40 skin. Not bad, right? Not bad. I redid my lipstick. Most of my makeup just stayed on flawlessly. I have the new Pat McGrath eyeshadow Quint from Star Wars. That video will be out on Sunday, so stay tuned for that. But yeah, it's really beautiful. I have nothing more to say. I did pop on the Rare Beauty highlighter in Lighten, and you will see me kind of demo that in the next video. So love you guys so much. If you're new here, please, actually, before I say that, leave your comments. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you think of this foundation. If you've tried it, if you had your eye out on it, let me know your thoughts. I'd love to hear it. And I do recommend it for those not sensitive to coconut oil. I highly recommend it. 100%, like I said, recommends it for any of you that are not acne prone. So just keep that in mind because my personal dermatologist told me that. So anyway, I love you guys so much. If you're new here, I'd love for you to hit that subscribe button, click the post notification bell, join us. We're here every Friday and Sunday, and we just love for you to become part of our family. Please give this video a huge thumbs up. When you guys hit the like button, as always, when you comment below, it really does help my videos out. Thank you so much. We got to grow this year. I'm so excited for a brand new 2023 and many more opportunities to come. So thank you. I couldn't do this without you guys. Follow me on all of my socials at Kristi Allure, if I can speak. Check out my merch, glamourouslifecollections.com. I have some brand new merch stuff in there. I kind of redesigned my website, and I have baseball hats that have embroidered glamouflage and glamorous life embroidery, and I'm so excited to tell you guys I trademarked my logo, so Glamorous Life Collections is now owned by yours truly, Kristi Allure. So very excited, you guys. I can actually put the R on my logo. It took almost a year for me to get this trademarked, so I'm so excited. We are gonna expand on Glamorous Life Collections someday when my channel takes off. But for now, that's the merch I have, and I'd love for you guys to shop it. As always, it does support my channel, and I greatly appreciate it. All right, you guys, I will see you on the next video. Love you guys, bye.
Never up, never down, never. Like a theme in a song, clever. Feeling high, feeling low at the same time. Feels so right, then I'm wrong, hoping I'll be fine. But I get up, I always do.